Welcome to the Engagement Ring Academy. I'm Margot, and for the past decade, I've helped women design rings that feel like them, not just what the industry says they should want. Buying the ring feels like one of the most important decisions you'll ever make, yet no one teaches you how to do it. That's why I created this training, to show you what no one tells you about getting it right. After more than a decade of designing rings, I've come to one clear conclusion. You don't truly understand the mistakes you can make until you're wearing a ring with those issues, and by then it's too late. For years, the industry has pushed the 4 C's: cut, color, clarity, carat. They've convinced you to buy a diamond under a microscope, when in reality, you're buying a diamond for your hand. You end up choosing a stone, not telling a story. And that's how the worst case scenario happens. Spending thousands of dollars on a ring that looks like everyone else's. Mass-produced, emotionally empty, generic, in a moment that's supposed to feel sacred. You deserve more than a standard. You deserve story. In this training, I'm going to teach you why the old way of buying rings doesn't work anymore, how to avoid mass market traps and generic designs that look like everyone else's, what real custom design means, and how to approach the entire process with clarity, confidence, and intention. When I got engaged, it was the era of the trendy halo ring, rose gold, cushion cut, with the halo of diamonds around the center stone. That style was everywhere. And while there's nothing wrong with trends, here's what I learned. A ring only becomes timeless when you make it your own. When I designed my own ring, I actually wanted a halo too, but the halo I designed was noticed everywhere I went. Starbucks baristas, the grocery store, you name it, people would stop me and ask me about it. Why? Because I made it my own. The ring screamed Margot. The halo was timeless, not trendy, and you couldn't find it in a mainstream jewelry store, and I would still wear it today. It's not about chasing what's in, it's about translating inspiration into something that feels like you. One of my most famous designs was a twist on the solitaire trend that was everywhere. I remember scribbling it down one night, just as I was falling asleep. A classic solitaire, but with tiny side stones and an intricate cage beneath the center stone. It was so beautiful. From above, it looked like a timeless, single diamond, but underneath it revealed details that made it completely unique. That design still gets noticed everywhere, and years later, people continue to ask me about it because I took something familiar and transformed it into something unforgettable. Stop thinking about what's trending and start thinking about what you actually love. Be inspired by a trend, but don't just follow it. Shape it into something that feels like you. That's how your ring becomes a reflection of your story, not someone else's. Lately, I've had clients coming in saying, I don't want the thin band, which honestly surprised me after years of people asking me for the exact opposite. Then a client showed me that viral TikTok video where a woman's thin band had snapped, and suddenly everyone was afraid of thin bands. Here's the truth. There are a lot of reasons a band can break, but if a ring is built well, it shouldn't. A thinner band actually makes your diamond look bigger. The proportions of the band to stone ratio are everything in my design process. So I talked all of those women back into a proportionate band. This is what happens when TikTok gets loud. Misconceptions go viral and they scare you away from the ring you really wanted. Don't take your ring advice from TikTok. Trust someone who builds rings for a living. Time to pull the curtain back on custom design. Here's the truth nobody knows. Most rings out there are not actually custom. The word is being abused in this industry. What a lot of so-called designers are doing is simply putting a diamond into a prefabricated setting. That's not custom. That's plug and play. Then you've got another group, the makers, who really are building from scratch, but they don't have design talent. They're skilled in manufacturing, but they're not thinking about artistry, proportions, or how to translate you into the design. Think an architect who thinks they're an interior designer. Two different things. And I want to warn you, there are a lot of people out there like this. They'll call it custom, but what you end up with is a ring that's technically handmade, yet still feels generic. And then there's what I call true bespoke design. This is where the entire ring is created from scratch, made to your exact specifications, but more importantly, it's dreamed up with you as a collaborative process. long before a single tool is touched. And here's where I go one step further. For me, it's not just about building a ring, it's about building a story. Every detail carries meaning, a symbol of who you are, what you've been through, and what you're stepping into. That's the difference between a ring that just exists and a ring that truly represents your story. Custom isn't custom if it's only the scenic route to mainstream. You've just seen how easy it is to get lost in trends, myths, years of diamond propaganda, and so-called custom work. My hope is that you're not feeling overwhelmed, but I want you to know you were never meant to navigate this alone. That's why the next step is simple. I'm inviting you to a complimentary design call. I don't want you lost in search tabs, scrolling Pinterest, second-guessing every decision, or wondering what actually matters. My team and I are here to guide you through the entire process, step by step, with a custom approach that reflects you. Whether you're just starting out or you already have a Pinterest board full of ideas, this call will give you clarity and direction. Think of the design call like popping into the studio for a visit. We want to get to know you, hear your story, and see if we can help. It's really just a time to chat and dream up what's possible. And because you've subscribed to the Ring Academy, I have a couple of extras as my personal thank you. When you book your design call, I'll send you an extra training, my step-by-step design blueprint. It's a behind-the-scenes look at the custom process I've refined over the past decade, so you know what to expect. The same process that's led to my award-winning ring designs. You'll also receive a complimentary try-at-home box, so you can see and feel your ring concept in real life before it's even made. Our clients absolutely love the convenience of receiving everything they need to design the perfect ring from the comfort of home. Book your call, bring your questions or your Pinterest board, and let's see what we can create together. Even if we never get the chance to meet, but this training has saved you from buying a mass-produced ring, I'll consider that a huge win. Just click the button below and it'll redirect you to our booking page so we can start chatting about your dream ring.